Might makes. Vision Press Production News Media. On February 19, 2024, the Vppnm Municipal Authority TIMA meeting was held at the Vppnm Fire Company Community Room, Vppnm, Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. Ms. Mona Ray Doubler told Vppnm at the beginning of the meeting that it is going to be an interesting meeting, as if she knew what was going to transpire. Seated in a row, the TIMA members seat with three together, then the TIMA secretary, then two TIMA members seated to the far left as the guests sat looking upon the corporation leadership. Vppnm learned the next day that the TIMA board of directors met prior to the meeting and did not advertise that they were pre-meeting in executive session in violation of Sunshine Law of the Commonwealth. Further, in the official meeting no notice was given that an executive meeting was held and the nature of the meeting. No agenda were offered to the public or was advertised 24 hours before the scheduled meeting. After one business entity was permitted to speak first under public comments and concluded her remarks, the Reverend Gerald W. Spade, senior spokesperson for a petition to request equal representation in the board of directors of TIMA membership, the petitioner was granted time to submit in written appearance a petition for equal representation for Beccaria Township customers for the Water Authority. As Reverend Spade began to speak, a little old lady began rude outbursts to overshadow the speaker. The speaker gave the petition to all the directors of TIMA and had opening remarks which is as follows. Before the Vppnm Municipal Authority. February 19, 2024 at 7 p.m. At the Vppnm Fire Prevention and Protection Facility. Change is the toughest thing a human being can do. Paul J. Friday, Ph.D., is Chief of Clinical Psychology at UPMC, Shadyside, Pittsburgh, where he has practiced for more than 40 years, and President of Shadyside Psychological Services. He quoted, "Change is the toughest thing a human being can do." On June 10, 1996, four brave progressive responsible individuals made a change in the Articles of Incorporation for TIMA. The Honorable Chairman Kenneth J. Hewitt, Vice Chairman William O. McCusker, Secretary/Treasurer Donna Morrison, and Donald K. Morrison, with George McCoy absent, the four voted to make a change in the Articles of Incorporation for TIMA. The change was that at least one person from Beccaria Township shall be placed on the board of directors of TIMA. Amendment wording in Section G for the Articles of Incorporation does not say only one, as has been purported by some. At least one can be construed to mean, more can be added to represent Beccaria Township on the TIMA board of directors. Your petitioner is before you seeking a change to have representation changed to an equal standing for two jurisdictions or two classifications. The resolution number, 1996, _____ is unlawful and has no statutory foundation. The statutes in resolution number, 1996 have all been repealed. Title 53ch56 supports equal representation on the board of directors of TIMA, which calls for a new resolution and the Articles of Incorporation updated. The last update of the Articles of Incorporation in Harrisburg was August 21, 2003. Before you, the Honorable Directors of TIMA, is a petition for equal representation supported by the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania Constitution and the U.S. Constitution under the 14th Amendment. Your petitioner respectfully requests equal representation for the Board of Directors for Vppnm Borough and Beccaria Township jurisdictions or classifications for safe drinking water. If there are 4 Vppnm Borough Directors, your petitioner respectfully requests there be 4 Beccaria Township Directors for equal protection. In the past, TIMA Board of Directors has designated Vppnm Borough Council to have exclusive right to appoint all directors. Your petitioner requests that Beccaria Township have equal right to appoint directors as an equal number of representatives to represent Beccaria Township District. Thank you for the privilege to set forth a petition for changes in the Board of Directors. Your petitioner respectfully requests a board member make a motion and a second to by resolution correct the Board of Directors to an equal representation. Respectfully submitted. Reverend Gerald W. Spade, Sr. Then a lady who was convicted of a crime stood to speak against the Pennsylvania constitutional provision regarding dismissal of a secretary, saying the DCED law did not apply for the TIMA dismissed secretary. The convicted lady did not mention that the TIMA directors in September 2023 enacted a handbook for employees. Page 2, stated an employee could be dismissed at will, quoting the wording in the Pennsylvania Constitution. Here is the statement in the enacted handbook. Employment at will. Employment with the authority is on an at-will basis. Either you or the authority may terminate the employment relationship at any time. The statement is a provision of the Pennsylvania Constitution that the convicted lady was trying to set aside. The dismissed TIMA secretary had full knowledge of the provision. It is unknown if on page 17 the dismissed employee ever signed the acknowledgement page. If not, then that could have been a reason to dismiss the secretary employee of TIMA. Then a former employee who was the water plant operator held a 101 lecture with questions. Director Jeffrey Gallagher, a Type C water specialist, answered successfully all questions. After the lecture, Mr. William McCusker stood to speak and the mob of hecklers shouted down Mr. McCusker as the chairman of the board of directors sat approving of all the outbursts. Civility was gone and Mr. McCusker departed the building bruised and beaten by boos and clapping, demonstrating the immaturity of the group, possibly a mob. Mr. William McCusker holds a Class A license, the highest rated certificate for the Commonwealth, and knows firsthand the TIMA system. In the calamity of the moment, out of nowhere, the chairman of the board of director, appearing to be fearful, stepped down from the chair and made a motion to reinstate the dismissed secretary with no discussion, and voted 3-2 to rehire the dismissed employee to appear for work the next day. With ethics violation looming in the air, the TIMA board of directors rehired a potential, in the dismissed secretary's own words, threat to the corporation. Will the dismissed secretary sign the Vppnm Municipal Authority Employee Handbook? Vppnm has learned the dismissed secretary will not come back to TIMA for employment unless she has a contract. At the end of the meeting there was a malicious assault caught on video. The criminal assault is under investigation to confer with the eyewitness who can identify the perpetrator. Vppnm was there and the video is in process for the coming days. Mrs. Mona Ray Doublier produced her own video which is posted at her site and has been captured by Vppnm for lawful evidence of harm suggested against board directors specifically named. Thank you for watching Vppnm videos found http://www.wkeys.com, click on the playlist you desire. Respectfully, Vision Press Production News Media. All videos for the area are found at http://www.wkeys.com. Click on the name of the playlist you desire. Thank you for viewing the Vision Press Production News Media video presentations.